We'll go right to the phone callers. First up is Dan. He's listening in Duncan, British Columbia, KARI. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Hank. Thanks for taking my call. I noticed on the TV they were advertising for a movie about Jesus when he was young. So I got my wife and I talking, and we were just wondering if you could speak on maybe how aware was he at an early age of who he was as far as his godhood. Could you possibly just speak on that a bit?
Yeah, let me give you a little backdrop on that. There's a pretty heady phrase that's called hypostatic union. And in theology, a hypostatic union refers to the union of Jesus' divine and human natures in one person. In the incarnation, the human nature of Christ was forever inseparably united with his divine nature, and yet the two natures remain distinct and whole without mixture. And thus Jesus Christ is at once fully God and fully man. Now, if we talk about Jesus from the perspective of his divinity, he obviously knows all things. But typically when we read about Jesus Christ in the New Testament, we're reading about him from the perspective of having veiled the prerogatives of divinity without divesting himself of a single attribute of deity. Now, with that as backdrop, let me say that Christ, therefore, freely subjected himself to human expression and development. In other words, he grew in stature, in knowledge, and wisdom. So it was a progression. And we can see this even from an earthly standpoint as human beings because we look forward to a time in which we will learn and grow and develop, albeit without error. And we can say that is what Christ did. He learned and grew and developed, albeit without error.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Appreciate your call.